Thank you for tuning in to the first ever episode of the FCSO Connection, Protecting and Serving Franklin County. I'm your host, Maria Durant, Director of Public Affairs and Media Relations at the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Our number one goal is to make sure people in Franklin County stay safe and informed. Here's Sheriff Dallas Baldwin to share a little more.
Hello. As your Sheriff of Franklin County, I want to welcome you to the very first episode of our new community show, the FCSO Connection. We created this program with a simple goal in mind to help keep you informed, connected with us, and to help keep you safe. Every day, our deputies and staff are working behind the scenes in ways that don't always make headlines. This show is an opportunity to give you a closer look at what we do, why we do it, and how we can work together to keep our community strong. It's also a way for us to share practical safety information for you and your family. With summer right around the corner, this episode focuses on helping you and your family prepare for a safe and enjoyable season. You'll hear from our dive team about water safety and what parents should know before heading to the pool or beach. Our ICAC team will discuss how to keep kids safe online, especially since kids will have more time this summer to spend on their devices during the weeks ahead. We'll share more important tips to help keep you safe while attending concerts, festivals, and other large events this summer. Thank you for taking time to watch this episode, and we hope you can take away something practical to help protect yourself and your family, or maybe learn a little more about what the Franklin County Sheriff's Office is doing to serve the community. Have a great summer, stay safe, and look for another episode of the FCSO Connection just before this fall. Now back to Maria.
Thanks, Sheriff. Nationwide data shows a spike in deadly crashes involving teens between Memorial Day and Labor Day. It's known as the 100 deadliest days of summer. But teens are not the only ones at risk. We rode along with our patrol deputies to get some summer driving safety tips for all. For the last 11 years, Deputy David Ward has patrolled countless miles on Franklin County roads.
41 record.
It's a job he's passionate about, but one that does come with some difficult moments, especially when crashes involve young drivers. And as summer travel ramps up, those concerns grow heading into the 100 deadliest days of summer.
It has a lot to do with the teens because from Memorial Day to Labor Day, that's when a lot of them are getting out of high school.
Aside from school being out and teens spending more time behind the wheel, there are a number of other reasons crashes spike during the summer months, such as their inexperience. According to the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety, teenage drivers are almost 3 times likely as older drivers to get in a crash.
They got their permits, took the test, passed the test, and started becoming new drivers out here. And with that being said, they don't have a lot of experience behind the wheel of a motor vehicle to negotiate any type of emergencies that might happen in front of them. Maybe someone slamming on their brakes, don't know how to react to other things that might get in their way.
Distracted driving and speed are also factors.
78 right there.
While we were on our ride together, Deputy Ward pulled over a 17-year-old driver. She was going 78 in a 55, more than 20 miles above the speed limit.
It's not worth it. It's not worth doing something like that. Don't put it out here on 270, 71, 70. It's not worth putting the motoring public life at risk, or that family who's going home from dinner or going home from a family outing just because you want to go speed racing down the highway.
So this summer, before you or your teen hit the road, remember these safety tips. Always wear your seatbelt. Don't drink and drive, ever. Focus on the road. Minimize distracted driving, so put your phones down. And parents, talk to your teens. Explain to them the seriousness of the 100 deadliest days.
Well, do me a favor, slow your speed down. There's nothing out here in the world to be going that fast, okay? All right, please drive safely. Bye-bye.
If you're heading out to the water this summer, don't forget to think through water safety. Whether it's a day spent at the pool or a trip to the lake, the water presents dangers that everyone should be prepared for. We sat down with our dive team to find out how you can stay safe. Summertime fun for many includes a day at the pool. And for parents, that fun comes with a little extra caution. It starts with knowing your child's limits.
But you definitely want them to know their own limitations for when they get in the water, so that way they don't try and push themselves too hard, go too deep, or anything like that.
Deputy Eric Smith with our dive team recommends parents consider swimming lessons for their children.
That'll help your child and you learn the limitations of what they can and can't do in the water, their own comfortability. You want your children to know their own limitations, and you want to know them too. If they're a good swimmer or not, get in the water with them. Make sure that they're comfortable, make sure that they know how to hold their breath underwater, so that way if they're out there playing with their friends, they go underwater, they're not going to panic. And that brings up another good point. You want to make sure that they have a friend to swim with, that they're not swimming alone, whether it's you or one of their friends.
But water safety is more than just knowing how to swim. It also includes being intentional about swimsuit colors.
When it comes to swimsuit color, you want to stick with colors like red, orange, yellow. They're highly visible in all types of water. You get to darker colors, a dark blue, a black, purples, they become distorted when you're in the water, so it makes it very difficult to see somebody.
Always be visible.
You want to be as visible as you can, especially I would say in a lake or a river, just because there's going to be boats going around. You want them to be able to see you, and you want whoever you're with to be able to see you as well.
And remember,
if you're out in a lake, be aware of the boats that may be around, because they might not see you, but if you can see them, you can always put yourself in a better position to be safe.
bottom line for parents, always keep an eye on your child around the water.
Just keep an eye on them, because water can be so dangerous. It doesn't take much to drown and panic.
Summer is one of the busiest times of the year, even here at the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Deputies from our Community Relations Unit and our Recruitment, Community Engagement, Professional Development Division will be out at dozens of different community events looking to connect with you. Joining me now to talk all about it is Chief Deputy Marvin Hill and Sergeant William Chapelier. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Chief, what are some of the biggest events that your team will be out at this summer?
So some of our events are some dual events. So the one big one that we'll do together will be the county fair, the Franklin County Fair. So we'll have our deputies out and our recruiters out and just engaging people, talking to people. We'll have tables set up, and we also recruiting. So that is one of the bigger ones. The other big one is the Ohio State Fair. So that's like in the latter part of July. So we'll have a lot of people out there recruiting, doing the same thing, engaging people. And we also have the African American Male Wellness Walk, which is a big event that we participate in. And our goal is always just to be out in the public, to meet people and to engage them, and then offer opportunities if they would like the opportunities.
Sergeant, let's talk a little bit more about the Franklin County Fair. I know that the chief mentioned it. There will be a lot of deputies there at the fair. Why is this an event that's so important for the sheriff's office?
It's important because it's the one place where the general public can come and they can learn all about the sheriff's office and everything that we do all in one place. Multiple divisions and units are there at the fair throughout that week. The fair runs from July 20th to July 26th. It's held at the Franklin County Fairgrounds in Hilliard. And we have a tent set up. The community relations unit will be inside that tent. We provide child ID kits for younger ones who don't have driver's licenses. That provides their info that parents can hold on to in case they go missing. They can provide it to law enforcement, and it helps us, find them. We also have a Lego track set up where the kids can race Legos. They can. That's competitive, deputies and kids alike. It's very heated sometimes. They got equipment they can try on, and then, as Chief mentioned, just general questions that we get throughout the day, and just interacting with law enforcement. And we get a lot of people that come in, and they'll say, "Hey, I've never talked to a deputy before. I've never talked to an officer before, and you guys are like just real laid back." And we're like, "Well, that's how all of us really are. We're just people." Yes, but it's a really good time. A lot of competitions. I know the sheriff's there through the week and judging pie eating, or the pie contest, I believe it is, and Cops and Kids Day on Wednesday the 22nd, where they can come check out the specialty vehicles and all the cool vehicles, not just our agency but surrounding agencies throughout Central Ohio, and giveaways for that too, and prizes, and it's a good time for families for sure.
And Chief, why is it so important that our teams are out there at these different events?
It's about service, and we want to show that we're part of the community. And we have a lot to offer with the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. But us being out building relationships in the community, not only we're offering services, but we're also building relationships. And that's always the goal, is to educate. So when we're out there, we're not only talking about job opportunities, people ask questions about traffic safety. They ask questions about everything that we do. So it's so important just to offer and provide those resources. Or how do you do this? How do you do that? Can I drive barefoot? No, you shouldn't. It's not a good idea. It's not against the law. All those questions.
And not only are the deputies out in the community, I know that the Sheriff's Office also offers a variety of different programs for the community. Sergeant, can you tell us a little bit about them?
Yeah, so we actually handle quite a few. Our main responsibility within our unit is the DARE program. That's what keeps our deputies very busy throughout the school year. So we service 4 major school districts, 13 different diocese schools, and we graduate over 2,400 students a year. So we have 8 deputies that are full-time DARE instructors. So that is a huge part of our program, and with that comes DARE graduations and all the things that go along with it. But outside of that, throughout the entire year, the public is able to either request us for community events by going to our website under the programs tab and putting in a community event request. And we kind of filter that because there's some that come in that we obviously won't handle, whether it's a cruiser show and tell, or you want us to come and read, or a safety talk, crisis K9, whatever you would want us to come out and provide. But we filter it because there's a lot of recruiting that comes through that as well. So we work closely as far as, hey, this will suit you guys better on the recruiting side. We're going to take care of the community events as far as cruiser show and tells. And on top of that, we offer a lot of programs to the public that are completely free of charge to them. So a real popular one is the CRACE program. That's a civilian response to active shooter events. So we go out and we train the general public on, what their role is in an active shooter event. God forbid it was to happen, how they are to respond, to give them a plan, and they can take that to either their business or their church or their family. And we provide scenarios with that. And then on top of CRACE, we have the RAD program, which is a rape aggression defense class designed for females. It's an empowering class, and it gives them self-defense tactics if they're ever found to be in a situation. We have Project Lifesaver, which is for our population that has either Alzheimer's, dementia, or autism, where they're prone to wander. And they wear a little transponder that has a unique radio frequency that is tied just to them. And then our deputies are trained to respond to use that radio frequency to get them home safely as quick as possible. So there's numerous events that we can provide throughout the year that are completely free of charge, and I think are beneficial to the citizens that many people might not know about.
Thank you, Chief Hill and Sergeant Chapelier. Now, for more information about our programs or about both divisions, visit the Franklin County Sheriff's Office website. Summer is a popular time for festivals, concerts, and vacations as people look to relax and let down their hair. But you should never let your guard down. Here are some ways that you can protect yourself, your car, and your home as you get out and enjoy the warmer months.
Summer is just around the corner and the warmer months are here, so people are going to get out more. When you get out in your vehicle, people like to go to parks and things like that, but the thing is, you got to be careful not to leave your vehicle unlocked, leave your windows down. It's warm, people want to leave their windows down a little bit or cracked, where you're just inviting opportunity for thieves to take advantage of you. And then the other thing we see, leaving firearms in their cars, we see that a lot. Valuables like electronics, laptops, credit cards, their ID. When you leave that stuff in your car, you're just inviting criminals to steal your stuff. Summertime means summertime travel. So people take trips, you have summer vacation and folks are out. And the criminals know that. They know that you're away on summer vacation. So you want to do things like have a good lighting system on your home, exterior lighting. The more light you can have, the better. That detracts criminals. Also things like ring cameras and blink cameras, set them for motion activation. That way if somebody's approaching your home, and your cameras come on, you're able to see that. You can always ask a trusted neighbor too to keep an eye on your home when you're away. That way they've got your back, and you can return the favor for them. When they're away, you can keep an eye on their home for them. So that's another great thing to do, is have somebody keep an eye on your home for you when you're away. It's very tempting to want to put your summer fun on social media. You really want to avoid posting those pictures till you're back home. You don't want to advertise the fact that you're out of town. So you want to avoid doing some kind of real-time video. They see that you're 3 states away, or you're down in Florida or something. That's just alerting them that, hey, this home is empty. You want to try to avoid posting pictures, and people really don't think about that, but that's something you need to be mindful of, is just avoid doing that until the trip's over. And when you come back, hey, do a big photo dump. But until then, try to avoid that. Summertime means the fair. It means concerts, right? Outdoor concerts. It means baseball games. Stuff like that. People love going to those. Well, that's a big crowd. So when you're in a crowd like that, some of the things you want to do is you want to wear your purse across your body. So have the strap across your body, not dangling off your arm. Same goes with backpacks. You don't want that backpack dangling in your hand. Put that thing on and wear it on your back when you're in a large crowd. And then when you get to where you're going, you're in your seats or whatever, keep your stuff nearby. Keep it close to you. When you go to something like the fair, or let's say a big fireworks festival, and you're in a large group with your friends, have a meeting place. That way, if the group gets separated, there's a place designated that this is where we're going to meet. You want to have a plan. You want to have a plan where if there is some kind of tragic event and the crowd becomes chaotic, of where you're going to meet. So you want that outside of the venue, okay? So you want to establish that we're going to meet where we parked the car, or we're going to meet in this park nearby or something. This is where we're going to go to. And when you're in a large crowd like that, if you see something that looks unusual, that goes back to the old, you see something, say something. There's always going to be some form of security at any large event, be it police officers or even event security that you'll see at a lot of places. If you see something or someone doing something that looks out of place, doesn't look right, report that right away to either law enforcement or the event security, or perhaps an usher or something, and let them know what you saw. You're going to be taken seriously. They're going to check that out, and you can be that first line of defense. So keep your eyes open. If something doesn't look right, say something.
As the school year ends, many kids will be spending more time online, streaming, gaming, or chatting with friends. But as screen time rises, so do the risks. Here are some tips for parents to keep their children safe online. It's an essential tool for kids and parents during the summer months, computers. So when school's out, screen time often goes up. And if your child is online more, the dangers they could be exposed to increase as well.
There are a lot of legitimate things that kids are doing on the internet. Just for parents, though, they need to be aware that there are dangers that are associated with that.
Sergeant Mike Weiner is with the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. He says parents need to have a discussion with their kids before they start logging on.
Talk to them about what sites they visit. The things that they're doing online, the parents should be aware of. Parents certainly have the options of setting parental controls, a lot of times through like iPhones or through the apps themselves.
Sergeant Weiner also stresses that parents teach children about the importance of online privacy, meaning don't share your personal information.
You would never want to basically put your full name out there, your home address, your phone number, maybe where you go to school, anything where somebody could potentially use that information to identify or locate you. That's the information you would want to keep private.
Weiner also suggests parents review the games, apps, and media sites their children download and visit. He says to pay attention to the sites with direct messaging and video chats.
Generally, they're not going to want to talk to people that they don't know already in person, so they, basically to avoid strangers that they've met online.
Encourage your kids to let you know or a trusted adult know if anyone online asks them to engage in inappropriate behavior. Report anything suspicious to law enforcement.
We're more than happy to look at what's going on, and then if it's something that we've seen already before, that may help us. We may have investigations already or have other reports.
So having these discussions now and setting boundaries for your children in their digital world can help them have a safer summer. The Franklin County ICAC unit also does presentations for schools, parents, and kids about online safety. If you'd like to learn more about it, you can contact the ICAC team at 614-525-3448. It's a case with renewed interest more than 40 years later. Can new DNA technology help solve a cold case? Wanda Line was murdered back in 1984, and now detectives are looking at the case with a new set of eyes.
The whole reason why we started into this case is because Jacqueline Line, the sister, called in.
It's been more than 40 years. The body of 21-year-old Wanda Line found beaten to death in a friend's apartment on Darien Avenue on the west side. And this was a case that happened back in what, 1984?
January 3rd, 1984.
Now, both detectives, Eric Thacker and Sean Floyd, leading a renewed push to uncover the truth in this unsolved murder mystery.
This would be the initial report, and then followed by basically transcribed interviews, crime scene photos.
The case initially started with a noise complaint. So what happened? What do you know?
It was initially called in as a noise complaint. There was some music going on. People were complaining.
Management was actually the one that responded to the call originally, and then they, called law enforcement after the fact.
And then they used the master key to get in with maintenance, and that's when they discovered the body. When police officers went in and discovered the body, they initially thought that, maybe it was she had harmed herself because no one was around or anything, and then later determined it was blunt force trauma, and then it was ruled a homicide.
Did they determine how long the body had been there, how long she had been there?
They believe that it was within 24 hours.
The young woman last seen the night before with co-workers.
There's a blunt force trauma, and coroner basically ruled it a homicide. So, there's been years and years of investigations on this, but unfortunately there's just not been that specific piece of evidence that we're looking for.
Motive at all?
There's never been a motive that we've been able to decipher through here or that anyone's come up with.
Yeah.
Most of the original detectives on the case have since passed away. So the detectives have been combing through old files, reading and listening to old interviews.
That's the thing, is the police work was different. How they investigated things back then is totally different how we would now. So familiarizing ourselves with everything and trying to get the statements and putting ourselves how they were, thinking back then and how they did things, and then trying to get ourselves up to speed with everything's been the most difficult. And the fact that some of the people, with it being so old, have passed on or are not around anymore to go talk to. A lot of people that were involved that we could go interview and talk to again are all over multiple states. They no longer reside here. So that's going to be the biggest challenge.
This has been so long. Can this be solved?
Well, the good thing is technology has definitely improved over the years, and there's been significant improvements with the DNA. So we're really hoping that DNA would be a huge factor in this case. So we are working with BCI very closely and hoping that something might come from that.
Advances in DNA technology could be the key to unlocking this cold case murder.
The technology and things that we have now, if they would have had that back then, it probably would have been solved within less than a week.
And hopefully bring peace for a family waiting to find out who killed Wanda Line. Detectives are asking the community if anyone remembers anything about this case. Give them a call at 614-525-3351. No tip is too small. Thanks for joining us for the FCSO Connection, protecting and serving Franklin County. We won't be back for another episode until August, but you can download the free Franklin County Sheriff's Office app for real-time, up-to-date information. Just search Franklin County Sheriff Ohio in your app store. You can also follow us on social media and find more information on our website, sheriff.franklincountyohio.gov. Until next time, stay safe and have a great summer.
It's the way that everybody conducts business nowadays. Everyone has a phone, everyone has a smartphone. Now you take your phone out, you punch on an app, and all that information is there. And for us, the information provides safety and information to people, and that's the most important.
The Franklin County Sheriff's Office announcing our new smartphone app. It's designed to help keep people within Franklin County safe by giving them easy access to information and providing alerts and updates on everything from road closures and weather conditions to major crimes.
If there is an emergency in the neighborhood, like it could be a shooting, it could be a fire, it could be a critical incident, we can immediately push it out to let everybody know in the neighborhood, hey, stay away from this area, this is what's going on. And on top of that, the sheriff can also put out things that if there is something going on, he can explain what's going on. So sometimes that helps mediate all the confusion that happens.
The app gives users a streamlined main menu to easily navigate its features.
Very simple to use. It's not in depth. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Some of those features include the sex offenders map, information on concealed carry permits and background checks, and the jail inmate roster.
If you're a victim of a crime and the suspect is in jail, lots of times they have a lot of fear of when are they going to get out, what's going on. There's actually a notification on there now. So if I have committed a crime and I know that they're going to get out, it will automatically update and notify you when that prisoner is being released.
It can even help with recruitment.
This is a one-tab thing. So you go to the tab on the app, you click on it, it takes you right to the page of if you want to be a deputy sheriff, you want to work a civilian or radio room, it takes you right to the place for the applications, and you can do it right on your phone.
It also gives people access to community resources.
So it'll take you to the sheriff's office. It would give you all the information, the contacts on there. But we also have another tab that takes you to the city of Columbus. So you can get city fire, you can get city police, you can get anything within the city offices is on there as well if you're looking for information. And it also does the state.
For Sheriff's Office employees, the app offers valuable tools and resources tailored to help them with their job.
This compiles everything about this agency in one app. You'll find out what we do and how vast we are. You'll find out, like court security, you'll find out what do they do? What do they do in corrections, patrol? All that information is available at one touch.
It's about being able to stay connected, making it easier to find what you need, and crucial for the future.
I think we're going to see a lot more community involvement. Community members are going to be able to find out more about the Sheriff's Office, what we do, get that information to them. They want to submit tips. A lot of people want to tell us what's going on, but they don't want to really pick up the phone and make a phone call, but they want to get information to us, and they can do that on this app.
Search for the Franklin County Sheriff's Office in your Apple App Store or the Google Play Store to download the free app today.
It's just a way of getting more information about your agency to the public in a much quicker method.
For the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, I'm Maria Durant.